The Bad Crypto Podcast is the show for the crypto curious and the crypto serious. We enjoy educating our listeners while entertaining them. If you're just getting started with cryptocurrency or blockchain, you'll find our listener starter kit at badco.in/basics. Do we have any board game fans in the house? You know, Monopoly, Sorry. Well, today we're pleased to welcome Jason Burwood to the show. Jason's developed a new crypto board game called Crypto Millionaire, and it's a great way to introduce your friends and family to cryptocurrency. Also, our own Rachel Wolfson had the opportunity to sit down with Bobby Lee, the founder of BTCC, China's first crypto exchange. Bobby's launched a new startup called Ballet, and it builds un-hackable Bitcoin and crypto wallets with no electronic parts in a credit card-like form. So on this show, you roll your dice and you move your mice. Nobody gets hurt. Welcome to episode number 309 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Hello, friends, Romans, countrymen. You don't have to give me your ears, but it might help if you're going to listen to the show. Welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast.
Actually, all we require are your ears.
The rest of you can go outside and play.
Yeah, I really don't need anything other than your ears.
Lend us your taste buds.
Yeah, we don't need to take. We don't need those. Well, we need your fingers to type in the right place and your ears to listen. So thank you for tuning in.
And your hearts. Can we have your hearts, please?
That's probably too late for that.
No, we love them, and we want them to love us. Please love us. Please love us. Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. I'm Joel Comm.
I'm glad you're here too, I guess.
And you're Travis Wright.
I'm Travis Wright.
And we are the co-hosts of this show, and you are now part of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. It's a friendly place, and it's brought to you by our sponsor, eToro. You know, for a lot of you that are into cryptocurrency, it can be difficult to find one place where you can trade, plan, discuss strategy, and so on. Now, if you live in Europe, you guys have had the platform for years. Over 11 million of you are using eToro, but now they've launched in the US of A, and you can go to the App Store. I think 42 states allow the eToro App Store. New York City, the Republic of New York City is not one of them. Sorry, but for the rest of you, go to the App Store and download this. In fact, go through this link because you can get an extra little bonus when you use eToro because you're a listener of the show. Go to badco.in/eToro. You'll find out how you can get some cool Badcoin socks when you invest just $50 in any of the cryptocurrencies available on the eToro app. It's badco.in/eToro. Check it out today, yo.
You know what I was thinking, Mr. Joel Comm?
I don't know what you were thinking because you have some really unusual thoughts.
That's true. I was just thinking, I don't think any citizen of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia has a bad crypto tattoo yet. So we don't really have any real super fans yet. We got some people who like us a little. But you know you've reached it when we have super fans putting tattoos on.
I would love to see somebody tattoo a bad coin, right? More than bad crypto. or hashtag stay bad. That would be okay too.
Right. It's not necessary, but it was just funny. I was just looking, I live in Kansas City, and I was noticing that there's people getting all sorts of like Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes tattoos all over them, which is funny. He's our quarterback. So I just thought that was peculiar.
If somebody out there does a bad coin tattoo or a bad crypto tattoo of their choosing, what could we send them? Like a custom bad crypto t-shirt or, you know, a sweatshirt, a hoodie?
Wow, we probably have to donate a significant amount of bad coin plus maybe something cool like something. I'm not sure. You know what? Actually, somebody asked. It was our badassador. It was Will Armstrong, who we didn't actually give a shout out to on last episode, but we will now. He asked, "Is there a Republic of Bad Cryptopia flag?" They thought that'd be funny to hang in his house. Because everybody is citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia.
Well, I guess we need a design. Maybe
we need a flag. That's probably more. Yeah.
We need somebody to design a flag, or do you want to do it?
I don't know, man. That's like if I get a wild hair, maybe I will. But if somebody wants to design some as well, we could take a look. It would be kind of fun to have a crowdsourced. What does the flag of Bad Cryptopia look like?
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, 2.5 years of having this republic and no flag. We're flagless. We're
We're a decentralized country.
We're flagellating ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we we're a DOC? We're a decentralized DAC, decentralized autonomous country.
We're super talky. You know what? We've got 2 great interviews for you today. So why don't we go ahead and get to it? It was last year at World CryptoCon in Las Vegas that a gentleman approached myself and Mr. Travis Wright and said, in a British accent, I have an idea for a board game. Something like that.
That was true. And then you said, well, is it boring?
A boring game.
I'm so glad you did the British accent. I was hoping you would.
Oh, absolutely. Jason Burwood, the creator of the Crypto Millionaire tabletop game. It's based on crypto, and it is in Kickstarterville right now. The first edition is going to be delivered hopefully by Christmas. And Jason, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
So glad that you brought your British accent with you.
It comes kind of naturally, yeah.
So last year when you approached us, you kind of had a prototype for this game. What was the initial idea for doing this?
Yeah, so initially I'd already created a few games, and it was because, someone had introduced me to Bitcoin. I mean, I feel like I'm late to the game, but this was sort of end of 2017 when it was really hotting up and it was, going through the hype and everything. And that's when someone said to me, you should go and buy some Bitcoin. I had a look at it and I was watching it going up and up thinking, I'm going to miss out. It's pure FOMO hitting me. And so I got into Bitcoin, and it was all about making money and becoming millionaires. And I thought, oh man, I'd love to do a board game on this. It's a really interesting subject. So, straight away, I just started. This was January 2018, and I started having an ideas for it. And, initially I kind of made up the idea. It was sort of a cross between sort of Monopoly and a game that was called Cash Flow that was done by Robert Kiyosaki. So they're my...
Oh, I love that game.
You know it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I played it. I played the digital version of the game.
Oh, I didn't know there was a digital version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he converted it into an app that you could play on Windows or Mac, which and that wasn't an app. It was actually a downloadable game. So very cool.
Very smart. So, yeah, it's kind of a cross between those. And originally I actually in the very first version, I actually put my portfolio around the board because I thought, I can put this game out and it'll boost all my tokens up, so that'll be good. But then
you were pumping and dumping your own.
I was filling my own portfolio, yeah. But I thought I might run into some trademark issues, so then I made them all up and put those around the board, and then I thought, well, this is a bit fake. So and then I had the idea. I thought, well, maybe we could get projects on board and maybe they would pay some money to be on there, a bit like an advertising space. So we tried that for quite a while, and we weren't really getting anywhere with that, so I had a break from it. And then I had the idea, well, let's do an exchange of value type thing where we'll get projects on the board and they'll help us with the launch. And that sat really well, and we got a lot of interest then, and we filled up the board really quickly, including yourselves, of course. Very
nice. Yeah, I noticed here that you are, well, it looks like about maybe 30% finished onto your goal, and you just launched it. You have 21 days left. I personally just made a 26-pound pledge to get a copy of this thing, just so you know. So I help support that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Travis. Much
54
appreciated.
people on board so far. Very good. Early. And you just launched this, correct?
Yeah, it's just been out a couple of days or so. Yeah, we had a really good first day. Everyone jumping in real quick. And then, of course, with Kickstarter, you always get this slight momentum drop through the middle. So we just have to work really hard to try and keep that up. All the projects are sharing tweets and putting stuff out to their fans and followings and stuff. So that's, hopefully that will just keep it bubbling over.
I am doing it right now as we speak. I am pledging, and I just supported the Crypto Millionaire game and recommend that you guys do as well. I mean, let's support people that are doing cool things in the crypto world to bring awareness to crypto. And you go to cryptomillionairegame.com. So what are some of the projects that are listed on here?
We've got 16 in total, 15 of them of which are people that, you know, I've had conversations with about, you know, helping us out. I left Bitcoin on there because I figured that's where it all started. That's where it all began. And probably without Bitcoin, none of us would be talking. So that was the one I wanted to leave on there. But otherwise, we've got a strange token called Bad Coin. I don't know where that comes from. We've got eBoost, and we've got Rapids, the Rapids network, Web Dollar, and Divi Project, which you guys are very familiar with.
Yeah. So my masternodes will be making Divi while I'm playing the game.
Yeah, I need to get myself a masternode.
I see you've also got Dragon Chain on here, which once upon a time Mr. Travis Wright was quite bullish on.
Okay. Yeah.
I love me some Dragon Chain when it was 40 cents, and then it went up to $5, and I didn't sell any, and now it's at 4 cents. Great job, Travis.
Yeah.
Very good at that. Very good at the prognostication. Like again, we are not financial advisors, clearly.
No, I'd make a lousy financial advisor.
But we are game advisors.
Yeah.
So kind of give us a rundown. How was the game played?
Yeah, so there's sort of two parts to the game. You've got two sort of squares to it, and everyone starts on the outer square, and this is sort of the preparation phase. So you go around, you get kind of like paydays where you're getting fiat currency, dirty fiat, and I purposely made them all grey color, and all the cryptocurrency notes are all bright colors. So that's a nice little subtle my little subtle take on currency. But anyway, you get paydays, you get some fiat in, and then you go around and you buy up your different cryptos around the board. And that's in preparation for when you get into the middle. You also pick up these wild cards as well. There's several types of those, and they all interact differently. And then once each player's gone around, you've got little other bonus squares and things that are quite fun. And then every player then has to make a decision to go into the middle section of the board. And that's you get rid of all your fiat currency, then you're just dealing in cryptocurrency. And that's where you have things like the market rising. So when the market's rising, if you own the crypto, then you get a nice windfall. You've got STO investments, which used to be ICO investments, but I thought I'd give it a little bit of an update. And in there, that's kind of a bit of a luck thing, which is not too far from the truth quite often. You've got your wild cards that you play at different times, so you can double your market rising, you can drop the market, you can steal other people's winnings, and
can I manipulate the market?
You manipulate it a little bit, yeah. You can drop the market, and all the other players then lose out big time. And then we've got these nice events and lessons cards. So I went through and tried to find all the mistakes and the kind of bad things that you can do, like having your hard drive crash. And I don't know if you guys know about that.
Oh, Mr. Travis Wright knows a little bit about losing.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know.
And the dog eating your hard wallet and stuff like that. And there's some fun cards in there that can cause you some problems. And it's just and then it's a race. First player to get to 1 million cryptos, and then you head for the finish line. And that's about the game. But,
so I noticed when you start, right? So it looks like it's sort of modeled after Monopoly a bit when you're looking at like some of the different properties or some of the different cryptos. So if I'm looking at the original Monopoly, right whenever you start, looks like on the British or the UK version, you have the Old Kent Road, which is the worst one. And then in the US one, we have, what do we have for the US one? We have the Mediterranean Avenue and Baltic, those two purple ones, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you have bad coin there on on the machinist one, Mediterranean Avenue. Is that
So-
where we are?
I was dreading this moment. So I had to figure out a way that I'd place them around the board. So
Right.
I went to CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, and I listed them all out in order, and that's how I placed them around.
I'm good with it. There's no place I'd rather
For sure.
be than
Right
you
at
know.
the beginning, you're the first pick. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going
Right.
to
But
go
the funny
bad
thing
coin. What
is-
is this coin? They're going to look and they're going to discover Bad Crypto Podcast, and this is all going to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works well, but you actually get a much higher return based on how much you pay for it. So the cheaper it is, the higher the return you get when you get to the market rising. So yeah, it kind of works like that. So you can pick them up quite cheap, but then you get a lot more when it comes in.
I'm looking at the game board here and the money and all the cards you've got on there. What are the pieces? I don't see, what pieces do you use to move around the board?
Yeah, you should see the little meeples, they're called. So they're just little mini people.
Yeah,
Just on-
actually, I don't.
you see the
Oh, I do
six of
see
them?
them.
There should be
Oh,
six
well, they're
different
just like the
colored ones.
yellow one, green one, purple, right underneath the board.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I thought maybe it would be like a Lambo that you drive around.
Yeah, we could have done that, couldn't we? Yeah, I'd never get myself a Lambo, but yeah, we could have done the Lambo instead of the car. And what else could we do? I don't know.
Is part of the goal here to educate people, or is it just having silly crypto fun?
It's both, I think. So what we've done, we've put a lot of lessons into those cards to help people to give them some awareness of what you can do wrong, what you might do wrong, and some of the people that are out there to steal your cryptos. So there's a little bit of awareness in there. But what we've also done is inside the user guide, we've put an overview of all the projects on the board. So anyone that's not into crypto can read up and see what these guys are up to and what they're doing. So we try to put a bit of education into it, but predominantly it's about fun. My daughter plays it, so she started playing it when she was 6. We've put it for 8+, so it gets the kids gets the kids into the crypto as well, gets them used to it. I mean, she's now used to counting in tens and hundreds of thousands, which she wasn't before. So that's, she's got quite good with the money.
Mr. Travis Wright, I think that he should bring a copy of the game to World CryptoCon, and we should play it and stream it.
That could be cool. How many people? So 6 people can play, right?
6, yeah.
6. So maybe we have you, Joel, and I, and then we pick 3 other Bad Crypto fans that are going to be at World CryptoCon, and then we play a full game of this.
Yeah.
I love it. And if you want to be one of the fans to have a chance, you have to go support the project. So here's what you do. You go to cryptomillionairegame.com, support the Kickstarter by, buying at least 1 copy of the game, and send your support receipt to badcryptopodcast@gmail.com. If you're going to be at World CryptoCon, then you can, the first 3 that do it can play with us.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I want to ask you more about this, Jason. So you have the outer square, which looks like there's different properties, which are different cryptos. And then you also, which is different than Monopoly, you have this inner square that it looks very colorful. So what are the difference between the outer square and the inner square, and what do they do?
Yeah, so that's the 2 parts to the game. The outer is the preparation, so you're building up your portfolio, you're collecting wild cards, and then each player, once they think they've got enough, and tend to buy, it depends how many people are playing, but most buy sort of about 10 cryptos around the board. And it's not like there's one, you've got actually 3 of each in each game. So more than one player can own the same crypto. And then that preparation is for when you go into the middle. So you're looking to benefit from the market rising. So the more cryptos you have, the better your chance of cashing in when the market rises. And then you're investing in STOs as well. So you've got some different investment levels in there. And you have to pick an investment level and then roll the dice of roll the dice of truth, and then it'll tell you if you're going to cash in or not. And the wild cards interact in different ways. But yeah, essentially that's where it really builds up fast. The crypto builds up fast in the middle section. That's where it all happens. And then your events and lessons as well on there. You've got a nice little fun airdrop spaces where you have to choose. You can choose between 3 things to get free. And then it's a race. It's a race to the finish. So one of the things I used to not like so much about Monopoly is that it could go on and on and on. Whereas on this one, it's once you get to 1 million, you head to the finish line and that's it. You're done.
You know what I didn't like about Monopoly? My brother would always beat me. Like I'd always lose. I'd flip the board and get all pissed off. And
yeah.
I'm going to win this one.
I think
though.
I've been there too, actually. Yeah.
No, you're not. You're going to cry and you're going to flip the board. Jason's going to beat our ass because he knows how to play this thing. He's going to.
If my daughter was there, she'd beat all our asses because she constantly beats me.
Nice. I have a question then about this. So, you mentioned that you've always had a love of creating games. Like, what other kind of games have you created? And are they all on the board game variety?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's something that came out of nowhere. I mean, I've been in an industry for over 20 years. I got to spend some time with the guy that had written some mindset books, and I really liked what he did. And for some odd reason that I can't fathom to the day, is I said, "Oh, you could put all your work into a board game." Now, at this point, I'd never designed a board game, never thought about designing a board game, and this just popped into my head. And of course, he said, "Yeah, great idea. Go away and come up with something." And so I went, "Okay," and that's where it all started. So I actually created a board game it actually helps you to have an awareness of how you think, how you're thinking, and about situations and things like that, how you respond in situations. And we came up with this game with a friend of mine helped me. That hasn't launched yet properly, but that's in the wings for maybe next year or the year after.
Are you going to turn this into like an iPhone app or anything? Because then you could just like pair up with other people. They don't even got to be in the same room.
Yeah, my ultimate dream for this would be so that you could play people all around the world. So you jump on and you've got a digital version of this, and you could be playing with people anywhere in the world and have conversations about crypto and that while you're playing. I think that would be really cool if that could happen. That's not something that's in my range of skills, but I'm sure there are people out there that can make that happen.
Awesome. Well, we want to encourage the citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia to go support this Kickstarter. It's, about 32 US dollars to pre-order the game on Kickstarter. Go to cryptomillionairegame.com and then scroll down. You'll see live on Kickstarter. Click here and go support it. And, you're also going to be supporting the projects that are involved with this, including Badcoin. I mean, we're in the game, guys. We're one of 16 cryptos that are featured in this game. And so that's pretty exciting. And again, if you're going to World CryptoCon in Las Vegas, which is at the end of October, send your receipt for your purchase to badcryptopodcast@gmail.com. And the first 3 people to do so that are going to World CryptoCon, you will play the game with myself, Travis, and Jason, and we will play to the death.
Can we make it a drink? Can we make it a drinking game?
I think we should. Yeah,
I think we totally need to get drunk. Get drunker as we play the game. It'll be more funny.
Yeah, I think that could easily be done.
That makes it more likely that when I lose, that I will flip the board.
Are you get more angry when you're drunk, Mr. Joe Comp?
I will give her.
He doesn't like to lose, do you?
No, I don't like to get drunk either. So
that's okay. All right, so you're trying to get about 5,800 pounds, which in real money is $7,151. It looks like right now. So you're closing in on about $2,000 of that. So you're closing in on about 30% of what you're looking for. So you're getting there, and I'm excited for you, man. I think this is great. Thanks for including Bad Crypto in this. The graphics look good. It looks like you did a redesign. It's definitely looking good. And this could be something that's going to be fun. You know what? It's like if you play board games in your family, this could be something. And if you love crypto and you're trying to teach other people about crypto, maybe let me ask you this. What lessons are built into this to help teach people about crypto? I think that might be a nice sort of a takeaway to help sell it to people. Like, why and what does this sort of help people answer about the crypto thing? So if you're not in crypto, can you play this and still understand it? Is this going to help you gain awareness of how it all works?
Yeah, you don't need to know anything about crypto. I've had friends and family play this that haven't got a clue what crypto's about. The great thing is it is open to anybody to play. You're kind of getting the understanding that it's all currency. So fiat currency, cryptocurrency, they're all currencies. They're all interchangeable. We've got, as I say, I've tried to find every thing that someone's done wrong in the crypto world and put it into a lesson on one of those lesson cards. So there's great things to learn there. And, and it says in there that, pay attention to these lessons because they will save you a fortune potentially in the real world. The great thing with having the real crypto and the blockchain projects on there is it gives it an authenticity. We've put all the projects in the user guide so people can read up about what they're doing and what they're about. And it's supposed to be a nice, light-hearted introduction to the world of crypto. Just keep it fun. It's perfect for crypto enthusiasts. If they want to get a few friends around and start introducing it to people, then it's a great way for them to do that.
CryptoMillionaireGame.com, Jason Burwood. Jason, thanks for coming on. Good luck with your Kickstarter. We think it's going to do well, and we look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas and playing the game with you.
Yeah, no, thanks very much for having me.
No. We look forward to kicking your ass at the game.
No, he's British. You would kick his arse.
Arse.
Right.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Over a pint of beer.
That wasn't bad, that one. That was good. That was pretty close. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Sweet. Just checked out the Kickstarter here, and he's over 2,000 towards his $7,000 goal. So he's got 59 backers so far. Let's see what the Republic of Bad Cryptopia can do to that. I think it'll be fun to play a cryptocurrency board game. There probably won't be a whole bunch of them. It'll be probably rare when it's all said and done. So cool deal. Also, we want to give a big shout out to Divvy. We love the Divvy. Divvy is a cryptocurrency app that makes it easy to earn, transact, and store your crypto. Not only that, it is also the first crypto ecosystem powered by masternodes that can be installed in one click. Their Divvy's Machi, the masternode one-click cloud installer, lovey. It allows users to begin earning crypto. It's just like click, and it sets up the masternode, and then each day you earn X amount of Divvy, which is pretty cool. So you can check that out. And also, they're doing some stuff down under, or actually in Latin America now, called Redivvy, where they're going to be working on remittances. So they're going to be working sort of as a bank down in Latin America. So interesting stuff coming up. So check it out, Divvy Project, DIVI, project.org.
Most excellent. And we've got an interview for you now that Rachel Wolfson has done. She got Bobby Lee, who founded China's first crypto exchange, BTCC, and she's releasing this on her podcast, which is the Crypto Check with Rachel Wolfson, kind of like our sister show. And we thought, this interview is really good, and all her stuff is really good, but we thought we would replay this one from her show on our show. Make sure you do download and subscribe to the Crypto Check podcast. But here's Rachel's interview with Bobby Lee.
Okay, so I'm here at Invest Asia in Singapore, and I'm very excited to announce that I have with me today Bobby Lee. Thank you so much for joining the show today, Bobby.
Yeah, hi, Rachel. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure. And so you're obviously very well known in the crypto space, but today you've announced your second venture.
Yes.
So maybe just tell our listeners a little bit about your background and then talk about the second venture that you released today at Invest Asia.
So my background is I got into crypto in 2011. So looking back, that's quite early. 8.5 years ago, got into Bitcoin, started Bitcoin mining. And then I got into full-time dedicated my career when I co-founded BTC China. So that was in 2013, early 2013. I co-founded BTC China with 2 other guys. And we launched the very first Bitcoin exchange in China and eventually became at one point the world's largest by trading volume. So that business had its ups and downs. Unfortunately, at the end of 2017, we had to close down our business due to a lack of licensing and pressure from the regulators. So subsequent to that, in January 2018, we had a very successful acquisition offer from a Hong Kong investment firm. So that was sold in January 2018. And then basically I spent last year just taking some time off, giving speeches and thinking about what to do next. And then late last year, that's when I came upon the idea that I could launch a new startup. And then so I assembled a team of people together in January this year and launched this new company we've created called Ballet.
Ballet. I love the name.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people like it. It's great.
Yeah, and I love that it has that feminine tone, but it's
Absolutely.
still very, serious in the crypto community.
Yes.
So it really appeals to someone like myself.
Thank you so much. I thank you so much for your feedback. The intention is to bring in more female, more women into the industry, into the ecosystem, if you will. I think the industry has been so far too many men, not enough women and of people of different background and so on. So Ballet is really meant to be a wallet solution for the whole world.
Right.
It's a global solution for everyday people of every background. We don't require people of technical background, of certain age. So it's really for people from 9 to 99 years old, of any background, any wherever they're from, regardless of where they're from.
Right.
It's a really easy to use Bitcoin wallet, cryptocurrency wallet.
Right. Well, I love that. And I think it's necessary because obviously we want crypto to go mainstream.
Yes.
To gain adoption.
Yes.
And how is it ever going to do that if we don't have solutions like this, like
Yes.
Ballet? And I'm looking at it right now. You have one with you, and it's amazing for all of our listeners. They can't see it, but it's beautiful. Like,
Thank you.
This is it looks just like a credit card.
It is. It's credit card size. It's made of stainless steel. It's really hefty and sort of solid. It's meant to be designed to be built to last. It's a physical wallet. It's a physical hardware wallet. The key point is that it's actually non-electronical. There's no electronics in there. Non-electronic. It's the world's first non-electronic wallet with multi-currency support. So this one you have in front of you has a primary currency of Bitcoin. So on there's a Bitcoin address QR code ready to go. So when you buy the wallet, there's no setup. You can literally buy the wallet and load Bitcoin on it in the same moment without needing to set up an account, without needing to do the backup recovery. There's nothing too complex to do at all. You buy the wallet, you just load Bitcoins, and you're good to go. And it actually has multi-currency setup. So with our app, you can then load in Litecoin, Ethereum, all onto the same wallet.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what's amazing about it. Right. So really, the Ballet name is meant to evoke a sense of simplicity and elegance. So simple and elegant solution for the everyday person.
Yeah, and it looks like that. It's simple and elegant, and it's beautiful. And like I said, the name Ballet, I envision a dancer, holding this amazing, beautiful hardware wallet. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we've made it into a physical object, Bitcoin.
Right.
Something that you can see, that you can touch, you can feel. The hint is you can even smell it. There's a really nice odor to it.
Oh, wow. It smells amazing.
Yeah.
I love this.
So
this is my new favorite thing. No, but I think this is necessary because, people like my parents and my grandparents and just a lot of the general population. I mean, we live in this bubble where everyone kind of knows about it, but a lot of people don't. And so I think that having a hardware wallet that's not digital, but you still have the app connected will help people better understand.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about the app that goes with this?
Yeah, the most important part is you actually have control over your private keys. So the private keys are actually on this hardware wallet behind the sticker. So we peel back the sticker and you have the private keys on here along with the decryption passphrase. So the QR code on front does not give people access to the wallet. Does that make sense? The QR code on front actually gives people a deposit address. But in order to move the coins and to take the coins out on chain, you would actually have access to the physical device itself by peeling up the sticker and you see the private key and the decryption passphrase. So the app is a tool. It's a accessory tool that allows you to do these complex transactions. If one day you want to send the Bitcoins or the Litecoins and Ethereum, out to another address.
I see.
Yeah. So I can show you the app.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love
Our
to see
users
it. I
will-
wish our listeners could see it.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
okay. We'll
It's
describe
called,
it.
It's called Ballet Crypto. It's already on the App Store and the Google Play Android store. And
Wow.
essentially, what we do is there's a scan button on the bottom. You just scan this wallet, right? And then immediately it'll check the blockchain. It'll say what is the balance on it. So I have my Bobby wallet. It has 1,157 Singapore dollars on it today. It has Bitcoin. You click manage. You can have all these other coins you can add. So we have dozens of coins supported, and with more coming soon.
That's
So everything
amazing.
from Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Tether, Bitcoin SV, all the other exchange coins and ERC20 tokens, stable coins, everything you want.
That's awesome. I mean, it looks super easy to use and it's very elegantly designed and definitely seems to be very user friendly.
Yeah.
What about, do you plan to incorporate fiat onto this eventually? Because this could be like an all-in-one solution.
Well, let me tell you the truth. So this is a decentralized wallet solution.
Okay.
It's a crypto wallet, right? This is we as a company don't hold custody of your funds. So unlike a charge card or gift card where the company Amazon or Apple sells you a gift card, they actually manage the gift card balance. In this case, we don't manage your Bitcoin balance. We as a company don't. The app gives you insight onto a balance of the card by looking at the blockchain, the public blockchain. So when you have this wallet, when you send your Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum onto there, you really have the private key. You control it. I, as a seller, as a founder of my company, we have no access to it. If you lose your wallet, we cannot help you. Okay. This also means that we cannot store what we call fiat currencies on there. So fiat currencies are managed by banks. They have accounts. What we can do is store fiat-based stablecoins. Think of USDT, USDC. These are many stable coins that are based on the US dollar. There are more coming out every day. They recently announced a stable coin for the Chinese renminbi. So these stable coins can be stored here because they're usually ERC20 tokens.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so stable coins in crypto, but
Yes,
not
you can,
fiat
but
money.
not the true fiat.
I see.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
cannot store a balance from PayPal and Venmo or Visa card. So Visa, PayPal, Venmo, and WeChat Pay, Alipay, we cannot have interoperability. But what
it.
we can do is store stable coins and cryptocurrency.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And also just going back to the privacy and security aspect, because obviously that's huge.
Huge.
You mentioned today in your talk at
Yes.
Invest Asia that there's a secure multinational manufacturing
That's
process
right.
in which two separate private key components are generated in a two-step process.
Correct.
Can you just elaborate
Yeah,
on
of course. We call it, nickname is 2FKG, two-factor key generation. Why is that important? Because in the manufacturing process of these wallets, where we actually pre-generate your address, your Bitcoin address. But to do that, we also have to have the private key. But I'm acutely aware, if we generate the private key in a single fashion, our employees or the manufacturing facility, they can see the private keys. Then that's a risk. They can steal the private keys and have access to your future funds deposited to it.
Right.
So we purposely engaged in a new standard. Actually, it's an old standard, but we were innovative to use it this way. It's called the BIP38 standard, the BIP38 standard. It allows for a two-factor generation of a private key with an encryption passphrase. So these two pieces, it's a two of two multi-factor sort of multi-factor unit where you need both pieces of information, both the private key that's encrypted as well as a decryption wallet passphrase. So these two components are created and made in two different locations, one in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, and the other in Shanghai, China. The two data sets are created on offline computers, what we call air-gapped computers. They are never commingled. They never come across. They never transferred electronically. They only stay on their local hard drive. And after we use it, we delete the data.
Okay.
So this way, by making the secure sticker and a secure printing facility, we delete the data in China. We then put the sticker on the stainless steel card. We ship it all to the United States for final assembly, where we then laser etch the passphrase onto the bottom, and we cover that up with a scratch off. And that data gets deleted. So the wallet has traveled from China to the United States, and then will get shipped everywhere in the world.
Wow.
It's made that long journey across the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Every wallet we sell is made in the USA, having been traveled that long journey from China.
Got it.
So this is how we keep it data secure. So that way, no one, not even our employees, have ever access to both pieces of information. So that way, I am as a founder, I'm very confident that my users and my customers can safely use this wallet without their keys and data being compromised, without their funds being compromised.
Got it. Yeah. Well,
And that's called 2FKG.
Okay.
Two-factor key generation, but sort of this multinational key generation process.
Right. Well, that makes sense, and it's obviously a very secure mechanism.
Yes.
I'm wondering, because I know people have told me that this is a hardware wallet. It's not complete. It's not digital.
Correct.
Or-
It's what we call a non-electronic hardware wallet. It provides digital solution, but itself is not digital.
Okay. Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Perfectly.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. What I'm trying to get at is, I know a lot of people recommend not to store your crypto all in one place. Maybe
Correct.
have a hardware wallet, maybe have some digitally. Like, what's just, for our listeners to know, and also myself, what do you think about that?
I agree very much. If you're a sophisticated investor, regardless of how many Bitcoins or crypto you have, you should try to diversify and don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Don't put your net wealth on a single hardware wallet or on a Ballet wallet even. So if you have the know-how, put some in a hardware wallet, put some in a software wallet, put some in multiple different hardware wallets. The beauty of Ballet is we to buy multiple cards and you can put them in different locations. Okay. Now, however, for most people, for newcomers, when maybe they just buy $100 or $500 worth of Bitcoin, in that case, they can easily put it on a single Ballet wallet, and later on they can split it out. Or you could buy more wallets or online wallets or mobile wallets. You can send the funds out to other people, other funds, other wallets, and you can split it out or diversify. I highly recommend that.
Okay, wow. Well, that's great advice. I'm sure our listeners are really grateful for that. I am as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about why you launched this today, which today is September
12th?
2019.
Yes.
And so you've kind of launched it at a time when, I was just reading China wants to have their own cryptocurrency. It seems like things are kind of, being progressed.
Yeah.
So talk about why you launched it.
Yeah. So we're trying to catch the next bull wave.
Okay.
So it's actually a fortuitous sequence of events. So we started this company in January, and we were eager to get this product out. Initially, we thought we could get this out in 5 months, by May or June, but it turns out it's a more complicated process. The software, the hardware designs, we had to iterate through 6 different designs before we came up with this final approach. So it took some time, but we also want to set an anchor for our team to rally it up. So we basically, back in July, we set a deadline for ourselves. We need to launch by September. So we picked this conference, Invest Asia in Singapore, CoinDesk. So we wanted a conference where I could come and give a keynote speech and reveal to the world about our Ballet wallet. So this is many, many months in the making. And of course, this week is great. Apple just announced a new iPhone. A lot of things happening this week. So what's important is not necessarily the launch. What's important is for us to get the product out there for users to test it. So we have a public beta program that we just opened today. People come to our website, balletcrypto.com, and can apply for the public beta. People who get accepted, we'll send them a free wallet for them to test. And then, of course, we're taking pre-orders today so that we'll ship next month in October and coming on in November as well. So we're shipping globally next month.
That's super exciting. I mean, this is definitely the most beautiful and elegantly designed wallet I've ever seen.
Very intuitive. Very intuitive.
And intuitive. Like, it's functional and it looks good. And it's easy to just put in, it looks like a credit card.
Exactly.
It looks like money.
Yes. It does. It does. It looks like money, smells like money. It's got the serial numbers like money. It's really meant to be something, you should treat it like cash.
Yeah.
Really treat it like cash.
Yeah. This is wonderful. Just going back to the launch, I kind of want to know your thoughts because China right now is talking about launching its own cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's great. What they're doing is they're launching what they call a stablecoin cryptocurrency. So it will be a cryptocurrency that's tied to the renminbi, the CNY currency. It's literally the same thing. It's tied to it. So 1 unit is 1 unit. Okay. So now after they launch it, they would have 3 versions, right? Think about it. Today, even before the launch, there's 2 versions of the money. There's the paper version, paper and metal coin version. That's the physical cash circulation, and then there's an electronic version, which is what you see in bank accounts, or what you do in WeChat Pay, Alipay, or PayPal, Venmo. That's electronic money. Okay. So what they want to do is launch a 3rd version called digital crypto money, and that will be a stable coin where now we can send and receive through our own apps without having to use Alipay, WeChat Pay, or Venmo, and so on and so forth. So that's what we call a digital crypto version. It's a stable coin. In the industry, we call that a stable coin. It's because it's tied to the value of the actual renminbi. So they're looking to launch it in the next few months. I actually don't have any inside access, but I've heard rumors that they're really serious about that.
Wow. I mean, how do you think it's going to be received by regulators?
Well, the regulators are behind it. So for the
Oh.
Chinese stablecoin, the regulators are the ones behind launching that cryptocurrency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it'll be
interesting.
controlled and governed by the PBOC, which is their central bank in China.
I see. Okay. And so I have to ask this.
Yeah.
When I think of this, I kind of think of Libra.
Yes.
Thoughts on that?
Well,
how does this compare?
Yeah.
It's the competitor. I mean,
Yeah, Libra. First of all, I'm a big fan of Libra. I think
Okay.
Libra they really want to do something great, which is launch a global stablecoin cryptocurrency that's tied to the U.S. dollar in value, that's backed by different assets like the U.S. dollar, the euro, and the British pound, and so on and so forth. So I think it's quite interesting what Libra is trying to do. They're trying to solve the payments aspect for digital currency. The thing with Bitcoin is a great investment, but due to investment nature, the price goes up and down very wildly, very high volatility. So Libra is meant to be a digital currency that is fixed value to what we call the regular money, like the US dollar.
Right.
So I'm a big fan. I hope Libra succeeds, but right now it's stuck in regulatory approval. So the U.S. Congress has really come out against it. So it's not even sure whether Libra will ever launch. But nonetheless, that's Libra and their association. Now, the Chinese government, I think they've been very, very interested in following the news about Libra. And they have been working on something themselves, which is this Chinese cryptocurrency. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the status of it. But what I expect is that it will be a similar digital cryptocurrency that's backed by the renminbi, that is pegged to the renminbi, which is a Chinese currency, and it will be managed and issued by the PBOC, their central bank. It will be issued to commercial banks. The commercial banks will then reissue it to consumers. So it's a tiered system, much like money supply today.
cool. Well, I guess we just have to wait and see.
We have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. And I'm not in Asia a lot, but being here, I just feel like the crypto scene is just so much richer versus I'm based in San Francisco, and I feel like, innovation is happening in America, but it's not really being implemented.
Yeah.
And so I come here and I'm like, wow, crypto is really possible. Like, this
Absolutely.
is really going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's so great actually to see, to hear your thoughts on Libra and to even hear about this new cryptocurrency or stable coin that the Chinese government is working on.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I'm excited to see what comes out of that.
Yeah. Okay, so just a few more questions.
Please.
Price of Bitcoin. Do you have any predictions? I had to ask.
Yeah. So today Bitcoin is steady at $10,000. I'm quite happy. I think it's held steady. I think it's a lot of strong support for that price point. I think the next rally will break out when it crosses. Basically, my prediction is it'll inch up 10, 11, 13,000, 15,000, 17, 19. And when it gets to 17, 19,000, that's when the FOMO will kick in. It'll immediately go past 20,000, go to 25, 30, $40,000. When it gets to $40,000, that's when things really get exciting. FOMO, new people come in. Hopefully they'll buy our Ballet wallets. But nonetheless, the price will keep going. I think the next rally will take us past $100,000, possibly to $200,000.
Right. Well, I hope so.
And that should happen. That could happen as soon as 3 to 4 months from now.
Right.
At worst, probably 1 or 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting tight on my Bitcoin. I think if you haven't yet, you or the audience should do your own research and consider getting into Bitcoin. Don't put all your life savings into it, but at least get some exposure.
Right.
At least 1% or 2% of your net wealth.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Bobby, that's really all the questions I have for you. I mean, I was so, and I still am, I'm so interested about Ballet. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really amazing. And I'm really happy to see that you've launched this.
Yes. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great feedback.
Yeah, thank you. And before we end, how do our listeners get in touch with you? What's your Twitter? How can they, get a Ballet wallet? All of that good stuff.
So I've been on Twitter for several years. My Twitter handle is Bobby C. Lee, BOBBYCLEE. Just at me on Twitter. And then for Ballet Crypto, it's Ballet Crypto at Ballet Crypto. Our website is www.balletcrypto.com, spelled BALLETCRYPTO.com. Go to the website to view all our beautiful web pages. Our team did a fantastic job putting the website together. And we have a pre-order page. You can pre-order now. We will also have a lot of great photos and descriptions about how the Ballet Real Wallet is easy, safe, reliable. We have a page that talks about the two-factor key generation, the security aspects. And you can try to join a beta program where we will mail you a physical sample for you to test. The app is already on the App Store and Android Store. It's called Ballet Crypto.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, have a good day.
1, 2, 3. Look at Mr. Lee.
Bobby Lee not related to Charlie Lee. That's a different Lee.
You don't know
Robert
that.
E. Lee.
You don't know if the Lees are related or not.
I don't know.
Indubitably Lee.
Bruce Lee. That's one thing that I really want. I got all these cool little fun characters. I noticed like these little all kinds of different ones, action figures or whatever. And I saw a really, really cool Bruce Lee one, but it was so cool. It was like way too expensive for how cool it was. And I was like, damn, for an action figure. But Bruce Lee as an action figure, that's kind of somebody that's like a cool guy to have.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Bad Crypto Podcast. We appreciate you. And of course, we would love it if you shared this show with somebody else or multiple somebody else's. Maybe you don't have any friends. This is a good way to make them. Just stop a stranger on the street and say, are you bad?
You bad, right? Yeah. You bad. We bad.
Yeah. You say, have you ever heard of Bitcoin? And they'll be like, I've heard of it. And then say, you know what? I'm going to become your new best friend. You should go listen to the Bad Crypto Podcast. And then they'll be your new best friend.
Yeah. Maybe we need to do like a commercial, like one of those old sort of guilty sort of like 1970s commercial. If you just told one friend about bad crypto, you could help the world stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.